I don't think people have gone through the same process. Like a good chunk of people have not stress tested their ideas.
Yeah.
They get emotional when somebody disagrees, and we've seen this with friends and family. And so there's a lot of incentive to kind of stick within your own circle. And as soon as we step outside of the circle, I think a lot of conservatives forget how it feels to be inside one bubble because we're outside of that bubble. And if a lot of our interactions are with people who also believe the same things, let it be on mandates or how COVID went, or with kind of the financial side of where Canada's going, or kind of where we need to go with governance and immigration and all these other policies, we're in a totally different bubble. So, but I'm wondering how strong is that bubble, and what is the minimum that people need to vote on? Is it maybe it's a simple misconception? Could it be Pierre's going to take away abortion rights? That could be, and that's not true. And that's enough of a that's enough of a misconception that a uninformed, unengaged, left-leaning voter might even vote on that. So I guess, what's the path forward? Yeah.
We were talking before we hit record here about how that little clip that came out this week about, or maybe late last week, of Polyev talking about his nonverbal daughter, and how that was kind of a nice little like humanizing kind of moment, to maybe for somebody who, who views Polyev as a Trump light or something like this, like, obviously couldn't be farther from the truth, but a lot of conservatives in Canada wish he was like a Trump light, but these, unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, depending on your opinion, not even close. But to see, a little humanizing type of segment about this, where he's talking about his little daughter, who's like, obviously, I think nonverbal probably means like she's somewhere on the autism spectrum, probably, and she was just a small comment on like how they communicate. They find different ways to communicate, and like how nice it is when she like, because she really wears her emotions on her sleeve, because she can't really, she experiences the extremes of emotions, and so when she shows, caring and love, that's like it means so much more, because it's so, you can tell that she really means it, kind of thing. I think that was the gist of the little comment, but like, I have a hard time believing that, even the most hardened like Polyev, liberal Polyev hater could see that and be like, maybe he's not so bad. You know what I mean? Like, it's like when you see somebody you hate, or like a politician or an actor or somebody you don't like, and like you see them interacting with their dog or something, or their kids, and you're like, yeah, maybe he's all right. You know what I mean? Like one of those little breaks the fourth wall kind of things.
Is that enough to undo months or years of demonization?
I doubt it.
Because here's the thing: you can find clips of Trump being like him interacting with his grandchildren.
Yes.
You could see his heart come out, and he's so happy to see them, and he's interacting, and the way he interacts with children, those are all green flags of like, if you're comparing between different political figures, there's examples of people who are creepy around children.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple too many sniffs.
Yeah. Old sniffing Sleepy Joe. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, like, it's a perfect example, because it's like, you look at how the media tried to portray Joe Biden and his family for the last 4 years, for the last, like, even going back into the, late 2000s, or rather, late 2000s, early 2010s as the vice president. And like, his family is a disaster. Like, they're just awful people. And like, what a mess. And then you look at Trump, and Trump's supposed to be this like irredeemable, like scourge on the earth. And like, his kids love him. They're all like high powered, professionals. They all work with him in some capacity. The grandchildren love him. Like, his family unit is like very intact. So it's like, oh, how do you square these two things, eh?